there could be something that has you stressed out or wanting to lose your ever-loving mind, but you are clicking on this message for confirmation. And I'm going to remind you how important you are and why you're not the one to play with. Seriously, because people everywhere, like they're coming out of the crevices of the earth, trying to take advantage of you and trying to run amok on your feelings. But you, my friend, have survived many narcissists, if not several. So these people thinking that they can use you or manipulate you or gaslight you, God is getting ready to put you in a different position. And you really need to celebrate how far you've come, where you would let people play with your feelings or let them even think that you were a toy that they could wind up, because it ain't never going to be you again. You are looking for a way out. You need to remember that too. So certain people that you're dealing with, you need to remember that you once upon a time really wanted to leave. You wanted to go somewhere else. You wanted to work somewhere else. You wanted to date someone else. So God is giving you the rejection, the standoff, the issue, the problem, because you for once are able to do whatever the frick you want. You don't have to work at that job. You don't have to live wherever the frick, because you are a future millionaire or future billionaire. I am speaking to the 0.1%, the top 1%, my silent millionaires out here thinking that they got to pinch pennies like everybody else. That is not you. Okay, if you clicked on this message and it resonates, it's because you can spend money how you want. You don't have to be as careful as other people. Manifesting money is something that you do easily. Like your whole other parts of your life could be falling to pieces. You're like, I'm glad I can make money, but everything else is going to crap. Enjoy that. Enjoy what's falling by the wayside. Enjoying what's going to shit, because you're going to be able to be evacuated. You are officially on the divine's payroll. Now, if you're into astrology, maybe there was something going on with your birth chart where you felt like your finances were restricted. Those restrictions have been lifted. So either you're viewing your finances this differently, that have always kind of been the same, or now there's a restriction lifted and you're like, this is so easy. It's so easy to do whatever I want. You are getting braver by the second. By the second. And so this message is for the future millionaires and the future billionaires. And this is why people are so threatened by you and so bothered. Like, you have people on pins and needles. You have them really thinking about all of their life choices. You are the walking human form of abundance. Did you know that? You are abundance in human form. So it makes a lot of people uncomfortable. It has them second guessing their life choices. You show people what they can't afford to do or what they don't want to do. You might even explain it to them if they were nice, but it doesn't matter if they have degrees. It doesn't matter if they come from a wealthy family. You probably had neither. So people are really shook by what you bring to the table and how the table is your very own. God is preparing everything in your life in the presence of your enemies, and they can play and act like they were invited to break bread and sit at your table, but God is going to recognize the fuck shit, the fuckery that they're trying to bring to the table, acting like, I've been invited, we're friends, we're good, I'm not your frenemy. No. These people need to prepare to be rattled, okay? You are getting braver by the second, because the things that you used to put up with, you'll never put up with again. And you've always had this audacity, like deep down, but whatever you've been going through for the past 1 to 2 years has really made you put that to the side, because you didn't need the extra stress. You didn't need your adrenaline through the roof. You just didn't need it. But you're going to make time today. You're going to make time this week. You're going to make time this month. you're going to be realizing that God is about to put foot on neck. Foot on neck. So if you are frustrated and you're standing up for yourself, let them. Let them. Because they're the ones that have to buckle up. If you feel like you can't take it anymore, guess what? You're not like everybody else. You can actually go do whatever you want. So let's say your boyfriend or your girlfriend, they play too much and you guys are living together. You can actually afford to live wherever you want. Yeah, it might be annoying that you guys are in this agreement together, but they're the ones that are going to be struggling, not you. You have like this divine backing. You have attorneys or you have people that have a lot of power or they're very influential. Like God has some heavy hitters in your corner. You're not the one to mess with, but for some reason, there are people that need to be recognized. Like there are people that maybe you feel like are trying to bait you. They're trying to trap you. They're trying to con you. But no, you're getting frustrated because you're not realizing that you are the test. They keep coming and coming and coming and starting all these issues. You're the test. So as long as you know that you did the right thing and you stood up for yourself and you said your piece and you did what was right, let them. Let them pretend that they have a seat at your table. Let them pretend that they're not an enemy. Let them go run amok and say whatever they need to do to feel better, because it is foot on neck season. And I am speaking to future millionaires and future billionaires. These people, they have no idea what they're getting into. They just feel like they have power over you. And you are about to show people, I don't know what your issue is, and I don't really care, but you have no authority over me. Like people really want to be the boss of you. They really want to make you feel like inferior. They want to feel superior to you. They want to have this inflated sense of self. You're really going to be seeing through people's fakery and effery. You're going to be seeing a different side of people. Why do you think that is? Because I am speaking to the top 1%. It's you that brings the craziness out of the nicest person, because you are here to rattle. You are here to reflect on those that want to project. You need to understand that you have things that other people do not. Seriously. And that's why you need to celebrate it more. You have things that other people envy. And that is why they want to be intrusive. They want to see what they can get away with. They want to wreak havoc in your life. No matter, like, they're looking for any way to enter. They're looking for any point of entry. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're already abundant. You are the walking form of abundance. You are the walking love spell. People are uncomfortable with your beauty, how attractive you are. It makes them uncomfortable. But I'm telling you right now, this is for your highest good, because you are supposed to ascend. You are not supposed to be around a bunch of conservative, cheap asses. You are not supposed to be around people that want to use you and think that they have a justification or a valid reason to do so. And what I mean by that is, maybe you don't really like the city that you're in. Maybe you don't really like the neighborhood that you live in. Maybe you're in a small town. Wherever you are, you're not destined to be there forever, because there are a lot of people uncomfortable with your growth, no matter how much you try to hide it. I can't stress that enough. No matter how much you try to hide it, you will ascend and you will outgrow. It's kind of like you're this superhero trying to pretend that you're not a superhero. You're Batman trying to act regular. You're Spider-Man trying to act like business as usual. Stop. You're not normal, okay? You're really not. So if you were wondering, like, what is this person's deal? Like, what is even going on? There are people that want to be the third party situation in your life because of the love that you have, the way that people adore you, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you're in a happy relationship, the way that you are just this never ending abundance, walking, talking earth angel. Because people are really out here struggling. And I'm not saying that like everybody that's struggling is bad. I'm just saying you cannot be around people that want to mooch and siphon off of you. Okay, you need to be very careful around this energy because God is pushing us to ascend. So somebody is about to be caught by surprise that you're not as sweet as you look. And maybe you've been toning it down for a person or five, but these are the people that want to be in a position of authority over you. So it's going to, I dropped it. It's going to catch them by surprise that you're not as sweet as they thought. You're not just going to let them do whatever the frick. Somebody is trying to cause a third party situation. Somebody is trying to turn your home upside down because you're very private. You keep to yourself. You don't like to, you're like a hermit. Like you've got a lot going on for yourself, but you don't share it with people. Like what for? Somebody wants to turn your home upside down, your family life upside down, your relationship upside down by causing this third party chaos. I can't. There is someone acting like a nice person, a nice guy, a nice girl, and you are seeing that they're not that nice, or that mask is slipping. There is a lot of jealousy and envy around your home, around your relationship, and around your finances. I don't know. It's like you can't hide it. And they're unable to hide the fact that they want to bring destruction to your home. And people can do this in many different ways. I know you guys are going to tell me in the comments what has been going on, because what in the frick? Maybe you have family that they know you're doing well, even though you've been keeping to yourself, and they're like asking you to borrow money, or they're assuming that they can take things from you. Maybe you're dating someone and they're just assuming that you're going to foot the bill. And what you're asking for, what your expectations are, let me remind you, they're the bare minimum. For people around you, you expect respect and the bare minimum. Stay in your lane. People are not staying in their lane. And so you're going to have to call out a person or five for thinking that they could. There are people jealous of your achievements. Jealous of your achievements. I don't care how you try to hide this. People are snooping and they're detecting and they're looking and they're getting readings on you. People are jealous and envious over your occupation. Your occupation, you could think like, nobody cares about what I do for a living. They care. They care because it's unique and you like doing it. And not only do you like doing it, it makes you money. Like there are a lot of people struggling. So when there's somebody walking through just like carrying themselves differently and I don't know, not struggling, people got a problem with that. They got an issue. The commitment that you're able to get from someone, you have someone in your life that gives you unwavering loyalty. Now this part will not be for everyone, but you have a soulmate here that gives you a loyalty that other people would have to pay somebody to do. And even then, they would feel like shit because they had to pay that person to be committed to them in that way. You have a lot of people trying to flex on you right now. Their flex is having the opposite effect. It is showing you that they can't afford to go toe-to-toe with you. It is showing you that they can't afford the timeline that they're on. Okay? You have someone that is acting very immature, acting like a child. This person could be younger than you. And so you've made a lot of change, and despite how much you've tried to keep it under wraps, people see it. They're like, oh my gosh, what is up with them? Why are they so confident? Why do they always look so nice? Why do they always do their makeup? Why does their hair always look freshly cut? It's stuff like that. And the person or people that you're dealing with, they don't have love like you. They don't have a relationship like you. They want real love, but they don't have that. So this is the number one thing that people look at, like, well, they're abundant. So there's a lot of people, whether it's clients, customers, followers, subscribers, or just people in general that like them. I don't have that type of love. I don't have enough people that like me. If they're so private, how can they even have people that like them? I don't understand. There are people jealous that you have actual money. Actual money. They want to know where you got it from. You have a lot of people pocket watching you that need to not be pocket watching you. You are gifted at creating abundance. God is saying you don't celebrate that enough. You don't celebrate enough the fact that you are able to create this out of thin air. So I want you to affirm it below. I can create abundance out of thin air. I have a gift. You're done hiding how gifted you are. Because I know for a long time, you've been trying to keep it under wraps and it's just seeping out because you're wanting to give yourself more self-love. You're really wanting to take better care of yourself. Well, it's showing and people are watching. They are breaking their necks to see how you take care of yourself. Like you're somebody that they're scrolling on social media to like look at. You get stared at everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. People are staring or they want a problem with you. Maybe lately when you're going places, you see that people want to park really close to you. You're seeing that people are like trying to cut you off or trying to drive real close to see like who you are and what you're doing. I know you're picking up on this energy and this is because you're shifting, you're changing, you're ascending, and something is ending. You will be relocating. Okay, some of you guys have been wanting to relocate for a while. You will be relocating. And it will be one of the best things that ever happened to you because God's saying stop playing it small. Stop playing it small. Have you been in an apartment forever? Have you been at your mom's house or in your parents' basement forever? God is saying, okay, enough. Enough. I know you're comfortable, but you're playing it small. And some of these crazy antics are happening because your table is supposed to finish being prepared in front of everyone. And we ain't done yet. Okay, we barely got the doilies on the table and everyone's coming to shake the table and act all crazy and act like they were invited and they were not. They were not. So if the doilies are on the table, maybe the tablecloth, you know damn well there's other stuff that's going to go on the table. Are you going to let it get set? Affirm it below. I will let God set the table. I will let the universe set the table. I will surrender. I will surrender to the divine, the universe, God, spirit, setting the table. Some of you are being relocated for your highest good because you feel like you have to hide or do things secretively or very privately. Like you are in a position where you don't get to enjoy yourself enough. Like really think about that part too. You're being relocated not only so people don't have access to you, God wants you to have more protection. God is trying to protect your treasure, your abundance. So think about it this way. Say you're living with family and you're running a business, but you can't really celebrate your business because your family sucks, or you can't really run around your house or like throw a party because you're happy. You can't really have like a dinner party because you know where I'm going with this? You don't get to celebrate yourself enough. You don't get to do enough of the things that you would like to do because wherever you're at, you have to play it small. And life is too short for that. Like you work this hard, but then you try to hide it and keep it under wraps. I know. I do the same thing, you guys. So I'm not just calling out you, I'm calling out myself too, that I need to stop trying to do that. Because what the frick? What are we here for? Just to work? No. So it's like you should feel like you're on holiday every day. You should feel like you're on vacation all the time. You work hard enough to be able to feel that way. Well, do you? Do you feel that way? I know you don't. I know you don't. Don't even lie to me. Don't even lie to me. We have not even begun our true victory lap. Yes, we are getting these little victories, but we have not truly celebrated them. No, we have not. Not enough. So affirm it below. It is time to celebrate my big wins. I'm envisioning people not having access to you because there is a gate, it is a castle, there is a moat, there is a fence, there is a gate code, and it is yours. It is yours. Whatever you're about to do or whatever God is leading you to, it is about to be bigger than you could have ever imagined and very private, so you can enjoy yourself. So you can sit in the yard without having to answer to whoever the frick. That is what you're building. You're building a legacy, not, oh, I guess I should just stay here forever. So think about it. Bruce Wayne. Okay, Batman. Should he have a dinner party and live in a hut? Does that work? You get to celebrate yourself enough? Or feeling like you're in a shoebox? Or like you don't get to, even if you were more of an extrovert, your space is confined, and though it's comfortable for you, there's bigger on the way. Bigger not because you need to flex it or show it off, but because you don't get to move around enough or celebrate enough. Like you don't get to go on vacation enough. You don't get to travel enough. You don't get to be geeked up in your own home enough because there's this going on or there's that going on, or it might make somebody mad or upset. But God is going to help protect this move or this relocation or this treasure. And then we have strategy. You're always having to switch up your strategy because people are envious of you. It's not fair. So when you leave the house, you're like, oh, I should wear less jewelry. I should put a hat on. I should put sunglasses on, because people just assume and they give me dirty looks and whatever. And you're getting really tired of people assuming. Well, what if you were in this upper echelon situation or neighborhood? You would fit right in, wouldn't you? It's time for you to have more space. It's time for you to have the things that you want because you've worked really damn hard for it. Whether it was manifesting it, whether you made it appear out of thin air, you don't get to enjoy the fruits of your labor enough. So again, the table is being prepared and there's only doilies and a tablecloth. There's a whole bunch more that needs to go on that freaking stinking table. And are you going to let these haters win? Well, yeah, I'll just keep living here or shrinking myself for them because I don't know what else to do. That type of growth makes me uncomfortable. Where you've already been doing a bunch of hard things. So what do you mean we can't make this extra step? So yeah, you are being reborn to create space for yourself. That is something you're going to be leaning into. I need to be in a space where I can create more space, spread my arms, feel comfortable. You need to create more space for yourself when you're walking through a room, not shrinking yourself and thinking, oh, I should just go over here and get out of the way. And no. We are working on new habits. You're not doing all of this self-love and this working out, all these new self-care things. You're not doing all of that so you can shrink because all these people can't stand you and they're jealous. F that and F them. I need you to close your eyes. Now look up. Are there any F's that you're giving? You know that there is. So we need to focus on those last couple of F's and chuck it in the F it bucket because we're done. We're going to create more space for ourselves to live our best life. Maybe for like the last 5 to 10 years. No, I'm hearing 5 specifically. For the last 5 years, without you even realizing it, you have been shrinking and hermiting. If that's even a word. You've been hermiting even more. No, we can't. We need to go outside. You need to go outside. You need to go on an adventure. Because there's too many people seeking out what you're building. They want a chunk, a sliver, a taste, or they want to break bread at your table. They're not even your friend. Okay? You guys have been in financial recovery for a while. Things have been being recovered. Everything you ever lost is being recovered. Money, finances, situations. Now it's time for that big thing where you get to enjoy it. Like, let's say you've always been wanting to build a pool, or you've always wanted to have something to swim in, or do you know what I mean? You've always wanted a garden, or you always wanted a home with land, or you've always wanted a horse. Like, whatever it is, you need to get it because you're not living enough. We are not living enough. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? We are being reborn this week. What do you truly seek out? What do you want in this life? I love it. Okay, I'm going to pull out a little bit more for advice. I just wanted to make this a short message. You need to realize you were given some very beautiful, wonderful, caring connections. You were given abundance. These are also things that you worked for and that you truly deserve. Don't let these people out here make you feel like you don't deserve this. Because when you're around said people, you feel all tied up. You start to tense up. You start to feel like, oh, maybe I don't deserve this, or they're looking down on me. No, they need to look up at you. And they're not tall enough to ride this ride, okay? They're not tall enough to ride your coattails. They're not tall enough to ride this ride. It's time to start making moves that suit your new lifestyle. Not because you need it to be extravagant, but because you need more wiggle room and you need more freedom and you need more privacy, okay? So really think about that. You need more wiggle room. You need more freedom. You need more privacy. Okay, so it's not about like, oh, I got to get a big house and I got to do this. No, I'm just saying you don't need to be tied up in a knot over these people because they're always making you feel uncomfortable in your own space. That's cut that out, okay? There's something that you went through in the last 48 hours. There's something that you went through in the last 48 hours and it changed your perspective on how you're not enjoying or living more. Maybe you got into it with someone. Maybe you realized something at your job. It's part of this rebirth to show you, dang, what am I doing? I'm crazy about this person. What am I doing? I've been wanting to move. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, maybe you want to get an animal and you can't right now. So that's going to be your version of freedom. Maybe you want to get a horse or dog or a pig. Maybe you want to be able to travel more before you have children. But whatever it is, you went through an awakening in the last 48 hours that showed you, dang, what am I doing? I could be doing it way better. I could be doing life way better. Affirm it below. I'm ready to life way better. Way better. And you have this newfound appreciation for what God has bestowed upon you. And you're like, dang, I'm not enjoying it enough. I'm keeping my head down. I'm going through this figure eight, this grind and grinding and grinding. No. The door to spirit is opening up. You are moving on to this new timeline, this new portal where you feel, not trying to be cheesy or corny, but where you feel the Spirit's presence in your home. For me, it would be the Holy Spirit. I want the Holy Spirit in my home. But for you, it can be, whatever. You want that in your home. You want this peace and this love and just feeling content and satisfied because the angel of balance is here. So if things get a little shaky, before order is restored. And I know whatever happened to you in the last 48, it could have made you sad, but it was necessary. It was necessary for you to see that big happy changes are on the way, that we are going to start lifing better for us and making more room for us. And whatever it is that you're going to approach or invest in or buy, like maybe you've been wanting to take horseback riding lessons. Maybe you've been wanting to buy a freaking Pilates reformer. Maybe you've been wanting to go to Pilates class. Maybe you've been wanting to buy a beach cruiser. Maybe you've been wanting to go swimming. Whatever it is you want to do, make more space for that instead of just like, oh, I don't have time, I gotta work. Like, you're doing better than most people you know. I'm speaking to the future billionaires and millionaires, okay? I know I am. I know that you don't even give yourself enough credit to how much you make a week, how much you make a month. You just keep grinding away. Could be a trauma response, but whatever it is, you can enjoy it a little bit more. A little bit more. Invest in your fun. Invest in your happiness. It will be worth it. You will be happy doing this. Okay, so don't turn your back on love or having this happy family or this happy environment that other people already assume that you have and are trying to come in on. You need the freedom. You need the privacy. God is taking you to a place where you're going to have even more privacy. They're going to need a helicopter to get in. Okay? They're going to need a helicopter to get in. So yeah, you're going through a crown chakra awakening or opening. Crown chakra opening. Where you are more open-minded to what God is trying to bring you. Or what God is trying to bring to fruition. Or what the universe is trying to bring you. So prepare yourself to enjoy the journey. You don't have to overthink it. You just have to be ready to go. So maybe you're going to have your bags packed because it's just time. Maybe you just don't like the community that you're around. You just don't feel like, somebody feels like they can't be themselves. 606 on my timer. You feel like you can't be yourself. Maybe someone here is a life path 6. But the door to romance is opening. Maybe you're shy, okay? And everyone where you live is really nosy. Maybe you have someone you really like, but you get really shy that people are listening or people that can hear you or people are staring at you. It's like you're getting stage fright in your environment when you are meant to be the social butterfly. You're meant to shine. You're meant to have all of this space. So start living the life that you deserve. I hope that you guys enjoyed this message. If you guys are looking for exclusive content, I just posted a new message on Patreon, which is, what does your boss and coworkers think about you? I know. And there's over 2 years of messages on there, and they're all ad-free. It's only $11.11 a month to join. And yeah, I just love doing these messages for you guys. And I feel like this one is short, sweet, but really important, that we need to life better and create more space for ourselves. So let me know what's going on in the comments. Don't forget to drop your favorite affirmation, smash the thing, do all the things. You already know. I love you guys. Bye.